She never thought the letter would arrive. She never thought she'd read it. But when she did, everything changed. This is your kingdom guide. Let's walk through truth together. Sometimes, grace is hardest to give when pain is freshest. But this is a story of what happens when grace wins. Her name was Esther. A quiet woman with a smile like spring. And a wound that no one could see. 2 years ago, she lost her only son. He was just 21. A kind-hearted boy. A dreamer. A singer in the church choir. He had just gotten his first job. He had plans. Until one night, those plans were stolen. A robbery. One moment. One bullet. And just like that, everything shattered. The boy never made it home. The man who took her son's life was just 18 years old. Barely a man himself. Lost. Angry. Broken. He didn't even know her son. Wrong place. Wrong time. A senseless act. The police caught him. The trial was quick. The evidence clear. He was sentenced. Life in prison. And Esther went home, empty. Everyone told her to move on. But how do you move on when you've buried your future? For months, Esther lived in silence. She smiled at church. She served in the women's ministry. But inside, she was frozen. Grief isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's a quiet kind of drowning. Then one morning, it came. A letter. From the prison. She held it for hours. Just stared at it. Her hands trembled. Her heart raced. Was it him? What could he possibly say? Finally, she opened it. The words inside were simple. Raw. Honest. I was angry, broken, and blind. I took something I can never return. I don't expect your forgiveness. But I needed you to know. I found Christ in prison. And I'm praying for you every day. Esther didn't cry right away. She just sat there, staring. Then the tears came. Not out of pain, but because something cracked open. Forgiveness didn't mean forgetting. It didn't mean pretending it didn't hurt. It didn't mean justice wasn't served. But it meant something else. It meant freedom. It meant choosing not to carry chains that weren't hers to carry. It meant letting go, so God could heal. A few months later, Esther did something most people would never do. She visited the prison. No camera crew. No pastor. No counselor. Just her, and the man who took her son's life. She walked in slowly, her heart pounding. He looked up. Their eyes met. And for a long moment, silence. Then, she spoke. I release you, she said. Because Christ has released me. He broke. He wept. She wept too. And in that small, sterile prison room, the kingdom of heaven touched earth. 2 lives. Redeemed. One by repentance. The other by grace. The world tells us to hold grudges. To keep score. To protect our pain like a badge. But the kingdom teaches something else. It teaches us to forgive. Not because they deserve it, but because we were first forgiven. Jesus said in Luke 6 verse 36, "Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful." Esther didn't forget her son. She still visits his grave. She still sings his favorite songs. She still misses his laugh. But she no longer carries the hate. She no longer feeds the bitterness. She chose mercy. And in that choice, she found peace. So I ask you, who do you need to forgive? What burden have you been carrying for years? What letter do you need to read, or maybe even write? Mercy doesn't make you weak. It makes you free. If this blessed you, like, share, and subscribe. Join the Kingdom family, one story, one truth at a time. Until next time, stay grounded in the Word and guided by the Spirit.